Welcome back to the David Pakman Show. I am Farron Cousins, the host of Ring of Fire and Fair and Balanced on YouTube. I am sitting in for David today as well as for the remainder of this week. Now, I've talked a lot, obviously, about Donald Trump's legal problems because, it's kind of biggest news in the country right now. But here's one thing I want to talk about as well. Outside of Georgia, of course. But Donald Trump last Friday, as everybody knows by now, was told by Judge Tanya Chutkan that she's not going to put a muzzle on him. She's not going to grant the full protective order that the DOJ was seeking. But she did mention that she's going to be monitoring. She's going to be monitoring what he says online. And, of course, after that, Donald Trump then spent the weekend attacking the judge. And according to his own advisors, he's not going to stop. Even though the judge specifically said, if it appears that you're out there attacking potential witnesses or trying to taint the jury pool, I have no choice but to go ahead and grant an early trial so that we can get this done with and you have less time to intimidate and taint the jury pool. And Trump's advisors are basically saying, yeah, he doesn't care. He's going to do it anyway. Here's what some Trump advisors said in an interview with CNN this week. One of them said, he'll share what he feels is necessary, and if she has a problem with it, she will address it. She kind of did address it, though, on Friday. Don't know if you were paying attention to that, but that seemed pretty real. And, of course, she did say, if you keep it up, we're just going to have the trial as quickly as possible, and you're probably not going to like that. Another aide said, anyone who thinks they're going to control what he posts on Truth or what he says in media interviews, they're sort of kidding themselves. I agree with that. There is no way to shut up Donald Trump. I know a lot of us would love it if the guy would just shut up, but at the same time, the one thing that man is never going to do is stop talking. Even when the smartest thing in the world for him to do is to just shut up, he's not going to shut up. It's who he is. It's what he does. He's going to keep running his mouth. And at this point, he's doing it to his own disadvantage with that upcoming trial. Another aide said, what she said in the filing wasn't a hard and fast rule not to post about anything specific. It was pretty generic. It just didn't seem like there was a lot of teeth to it. Oh, buddy, that sounds like a challenge. That really sounds like you're begging for the judge to come in and be like, oh, okay, you don't think it has any teeth? Oh, I wasn't specific enough for you? Well, how's about this? You see, the judge has a lot of freedom to do some things here. One of the things that she already suggested possibly doing was granting the DOJ's motion for a very early trial. The DOJ, of course, Jack Smith, wants to have the trial begin on January 2nd, a motion that, by the way, Trump has already trashed on Truth Social, saying how only a lunatic would want to have it the day after New Year's. Like, nope, everybody's back to work that day. No longer a holiday. Get it done. But that's what Jack Smith wants, and Judge Chutkan already said, yeah, you keep pushing this, you keep intimidating people or trying to taint the jury pool, and we're going to have a real quick trial here. And, of course, that's probably not going to work out in Trump's favor if he ends up getting convicted before January 15th, which, by the way, is not only the day of the first caucus, the Iowa caucus for Republicans, but that also happens to be the day that his next trial is set to begin, and that will be his second defamation trial from E. Jean Carroll. So he would basically be going right from the massive criminal trial into the defamation trial, and he could be going into that defamation trial as a convicted criminal. But it finishes up before the primaries and caucuses, which, if he's not convicted, would work out in his favor. But this whole issue with Chutkan saying, listen, if you keep doing this, I'm going to move the trial up. His lawyer, John Lauro, actually did address that in court, and he said, I can assure you that my client will abide by the integrity of the process, but he also can't be subject to some kind of contempt trap. Contempt trap, that's what the judge is setting out for him. No, the judge isn't setting a trap. In fact, I had done segments on my own channels where I used that word, and I regret it. because it's not a trap. What the judge did was basically dig a giant hole. And then the judge said, Donald, here is a hole. It's a bad hole. You don't want to be in this hole. And the hole is right here. So you need to avoid the hole. You go around this way, you go around that way, but don't fall in the hole. And his advisors are out there saying, oh, he's going in the hole. Yeah, he's already he's taking off his jacket. He's about to jump head first into the hole. He can't see where it ends, but he is totally going in the hole. That's not a trap. That is basically her saying, please don't jump in the hole. And Trump's already taken his shoes off, about to hop right in it. If it's a trap that he set for himself with his comments, and he's still walking right into it like a complete idiot. You can't fault the judge for that. You can't say that it's a contempt trap. He did this to himself.